Of this chance to recycle a lot of our old Gary Hart jokes.
In Candy Shell, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Thorny is always stopping by to borrow something. David Letterman!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. Welcome to the program. My name is David Letterman. I'll be your host for the next hour. We think it'll be a magical hour, don't we, Paul?
Yes. It's...
you know, now, I don't often do this. Last night, for some crazy reason, I'm at home and I'm watching the Newlywed Game. And, you know, one of the contestants actually said something pretty darn clever. He, of course, was immediately disqualified. Charlie, I may need some help here. Mayor Koch, who, by the way, is the mayor of New York City, just recently won a landslide re-election. This is his 7th term as mayor of New York City. He's been in office 21 years. The man is... anyway, he's in Japan. He's touring Japan. And the president of Japan asked him to make himself at home. He said, just make yourself right at home. The president is Prime Minister President Nakasone, right? Yes. He said, make yourself at home. And so to do that, Mayor Koch closed down 3 Tokyo bathhouses. So... I don't know if you can tell this or not, but we're here at NBC. We, here, part of the NBC family, we're feeling a little, oh, I don't know, crestfallen today. It's because Helltown, the Robert Blake television program, Helltown, featuring a priest with a nasty temper, has been canceled. And I think we're finally finding out just how effective these summit talks can be, though. And in other New York City news, Donald Trump. Do you know who this guy is? He's a, what do you call him? He's a entrepreneur, a real estate magnate. Owns a lot of property here in Manhattan, and yesterday morning he announced plans on the Upper West Side of Manhattan to build the world's tallest building, world's tallest skyscraper. And he claims he is doing this in response to Manhattan's desperate shortage of tall, ugly buildings. So we're all... Where exactly do you stand when you're doing television? Is it, do you have to get a little closer? How close exactly do you have to... Do you have to get right up here on the camera? Is that part of the deal so that you... I don't have to drink barium if I get this close to it. What exactly has gone wrong? Well... Oh, brother, we got a show for you tonight, don't we? Yeah. We all set?
Yes.
By the way, I'm still in a horrible mood.
What's the
Now,
matter?
I know you don't care, so don't even pretend.
I care very, very deeply,
no, you
and
don't
I want to
care.
get it straight
Never mind.
before we go on.
No, we don't resolve it. Well, it's actually, you make it sound more personal than it is. It has...
Well, it's me, isn't it?
No, it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, it's not me?
I'm not even sure what it is.
You're not sure what it is?
I'm not sure what it is.
That's what you always say when you start to get upset.
Well, maybe a little later we can delve into this.
I think we better.
But we got a great show. Look at who we have on the show tonight. Well, as that unmistakable music indicates, it's time once again for another visit from the NBC Bookmobile, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are. It's the library lady. Nice to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the NBC Bookmobile and NBC's library lady, the lovely Miss Kathleen Ankers. Kathleen, nice to... Now, Kathleen, I heard some unpleasant rumors that the bookmobile is having a little trouble. Is that possible?
Oh, I'm afraid so, David.
Oh, no.
It seems that young people prefer watching noisy rock videos to reading.
Oh, brother, that really is a shame.
But fortunately, things have improved.
Uh-huh.
Thanks to a new program instituted by gruff but lovable Gus. He got the idea from the documentary Scared Straight.
Oh, Scared Straight. That's where hardened, convicted criminals to try to scare juvenile delinquents by telling them horror stories about prison conditions.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So now what Gus does is stand outside the library, his breath reeking of liquor,
Right.
and bully and threaten the children until, fearing for their lives, they desperately run inside for protection.
Oh, my.
It's better than a circus.
Better than a circus. Well, so in other words, Gus is actually scaring the kids straight into the library.
Very well put, David. That's right.
Okay, well, let's get to some of the new publications you have for us tonight, library lady. And I know, as always, some wonderful items on the shelf here. Oh, this is a good one. I might purchase this myself. Howard Cosell's I Never Played the Game, of course, has inspired a certain amount of hatred from his former colleagues, one of whom has not wasted any time in returning fire. It's called Frank Gifford's Howard, You Insufferable Bastard. By the way, this is a real collector's issue. This is not Frank Gifford, this is Chad Everett. So if you want to pick this one up, it's going to be quite valuable in the years to come. Oh, here's another nice one. Boy, and the holidays are right around the corner, so what better way to celebrate by giving this lovely gift here. Here's the story of two friends, a borrowed convertible and a 3,000-mile auto trip across America. It's called On the Road with Klaus von Bülow and Tom Carvel. It's a lovely... I think that's Tom driving.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, you know, in these troubled times, everybody should own at least one self-defense manual, and here's the one I recommend. It's called Harry Reasoner's Lights Out, Punk. Oh. Here's the latest book by that irrepressible participatory journalist, George Plimpton. It's called Open Casket. How-to books by famous athletes have long been mainstays of the bestseller list, and few sports enthusiasts will be able to resist the invitation to go bowling with Manute. Manute Ball. Have you looked through that at all?
I looked at it very briefly.
Very briefly. So you wouldn't recommend that necessarily as a...
Not entirely.
Well, thanks for that vote of confidence. You know, with the growth of lotteries in this country, everybody's trying to make a quick buck. That explains this new publication slapped together by the phone company, New York Bell's Treasury of Lottery Numbers. Oh, I like this one. You know, books on feminism and women's issues are always of interest, and here's one with a fresh perspective. It's called Woman's Be Thinking Too Much by Ike Turner. Woman's What a horrible thing to say. And finally, how are we doing on time? We got time for this one? 2 minutes? Well, this won't take 2 minutes. What do we do with the extra minute? It'll be a bonus minute for the viewers. All right. You know, Ann Landers seems to have had a change of heart when it comes to advice for teens with this brand new volume. It's called Make New Friends by Going All the Way. Okay, thank you very much, library lady. Thank you, guests. Nice to see you again. Drive safely. Okay, we got a great show. There it goes. Careful. Paul. Thank you very much. Boy, we got a, I don't know, last night. Oh, by the way, we're doing a show a week from Saturday night at 11:30, and it's going to be a great show. It's a lot of people with original films, attracting a huge audience because you'll be watching NBC all Saturday night, because at 10 o'clock on this very network, it will be Roger Mudd's American Almanac. So home viewers all across North America will pretty much be hypnotized. So. But it's a really good show. We have Paul in a video with the band, American Almanac.
Great. That's our lead-in.
It's our lead-in. Yeah.
Roger Mudd's.
Blockbuster. It's a blockbuster. Now, do I have time to mention this just briefly, because I'm still irritated about this? NBC, the duckheads running this network. No. I only said that for comedic effect. Yeah, I shouldn't be talking that way, should I?
No.
No, the respected broadcast pioneers running this operation. But I think they're making a mistake. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the building that NBC has been broadcasting from for 50 years. It's one of the best-looking buildings in all of Manhattan.
Gorgeous building.
All right. Now, they want to move out of this building. Now, they're claiming we're going to be out here by the end of '87 because there's not enough space. They got to have some place to keep Bryant Gumbel's suits is the problem. So, here now, this was in the New York Times. Here are the proposed locations that they're looking at. This is where they want to broadcast from. Penn Central Train Yard, 66th Street west of West End Avenue. A prestigious address. That's one. They're considering 9th Avenue between 35th and 36th. This is insane. You can actually see the office space for rent sign. 64th Street and West End Avenue, right there. Here's another nice location. Times Square, 42nd between Broadway and 6th. Imagine the kind of studio audience we'd get at 42nd Street. Here's another location, 116th Street and FDR Drive at the East River. That's a beauty, isn't it? I think that's a Frank Lloyd Wright building, if I'm not mistaken. And finally, they're even suggesting we go to the Meadowlands. So we're all sick about that. We got to get going, don't we? Well, but anyway, to make a long story short, we're not leaving. Gotta get right to it. Oh, I know. My first guest tonight is one of the hardest working men in show business. He is featured in an interview in the new issue of Playboy magazine, right here. And he can be seen in person on November 27th at the Community Center Theater in Sacramento. Please say hello to Jay Leno. Nice to see you.
Thank you, David. Just
very impressive. The interview there in Playboy magazine.
I remember now you did the Playboy interview.
About a year ago, 2 years ago.
A year ago. I noticed when you did it, they just, I guess they had a small black and white picture where I noticed for myself there's a rather large color shot.
Large color picture, is it? Well, show them the picture.
Well, I'm not the kind of guy to brag,
yeah, right.
certainly, but I guess they decide who gets the big picture.
Yeah, I suppose that's
actually, my
true.
favorite issue is the December issue.
Why is that?
The one that has all those fabulous Playboy bachelor gift items.
Yeah.
You know, like the 3-foot chrome shoehorn made by Swank. You know, that's you know something? You know, when I was 19 years old, my freshman year in college, I actually sent away $14.95 for the Playboy electric swizzle stick.
Yeah.
You know, this thing, little black handle Playboy emblem, 2 D-sized batteries, put it in a woman's drink, free, mix it. I mean, I figured women would be real impressed with this. You know, I figured I'd walk into parties, girls would go, "What's that, a Playboy swizzle stick?" All right.
Oh, my. So, how you been? What else is going on? You been watching the news?
Yeah,
here?
I've been
The big-
watching
the
it.
big
We'll probably be late tonight because of this Pinhead Summit thing going on.
Oh, no, you can't. It's not Pinhead.
Oh,
it's
you
the
know what it is?
future
It's
of the world.
future. Look at the Russians guy. They send a guy. He looks like somebody hit him with a tomato. He's got that red thing. Our guy has got stuff on his nose. Are these the best-looking people we can send to this summit? Prince Charles and Lady Diana finally went home. Cover of Time, cover of Newsweek. Are there any inbred people in our own country we can read about? Come on. Oh, come on. Well, they're over here. They're over here hawking stuff for J.C. Penney. I'm sure this means Kmart and Woolworths are going to be packed with royalty now. You know? Every lowball store in America is going to be traveling through Europe trying to find anybody with some tenuous bloodline they can catch up with. In fact, Crazy Eddie's right here in New York. They just hired King Olaf of Sweden. They got him out front there. Check it out, yeah, check it out. All he said. In fact, I just heard on the radio, J.C. Penney says that the English look will be all the rage for young men this year. Yeah, yeah. I guess big ears and bad teeth never seem to go
So what else is going on? You've been working?
Yeah, the world of TV?
Yeah, I know you're a big TV fan.
Oh, you know. Well, you mentioned it earlier. They brought back the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
And they brought back...
Very successful, I guess.
Well, there's a reason for this. They brought back that and the dating game. You see, although the literacy rate in this country is low, the networks are worried that it's not quite low enough. So, by bringing back shows like The Dating Game, what they hope to do is mate genetically inferior people. In the realization that they will reproduce mutant offspring, thus ensuring the next generation of contestants for these game shows.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it's all in a new book. It's in a new book called Frontiers of Science by Bob Eubanks and Dr. William Shockley. And they explain the typical game show contestant. You know, you've seen them. One pupil is usually bigger than the other, and it tends to throb rhythmically according to the number of prizes that are given.
Anything else in the guide there that you want to comment on?
Well, the usual stuff. You know, every time I come on this show, I find here's another, I don't have to say it, there's another evil twin episode in this week's. Will Crystal be raped while Blake sleeps with her double? I mean, if you were being attacked, would that be the first thing on your mind? You know what I like about, obviously this is sweeps week. I mean, everybody knows that.
That's right. That's why we're having pig races.
That's right. You have the big yes on. This is the local TV guy from L.A. Look at this one. Mark Trank on the 9 o'clock news in L.A. Porn video. Okay, now here's the shot.
Mark Trank?
Mark Trank. Now, a couple of pages later, here's Mark Trank again, back with more explicit sex video. That's on the 9 o'clock news. And he's got another one here, Tintillating Television, with Mark Trank takes another look. Yeah. But they do this. You ever notice when you watch the news when it's not Sweeps Week, it's always like the life of the American farmer, living in a deficit economy. As soon as it's Sweeps Week, suddenly it becomes, oops, strip searches at teenage girls' Catholic schools. Are they a phenomenon? You know, and then they
How about you? Are you doing any television? You ever go out on these auditions for stuff?
I've read for a few shows. You know, since Moonlighting and Scarecrow and Mrs. King, they've started a lot of these adventure kind of comedy shows. Oh, I read for one for ABC called Gag Street.
Gag Street.
Yeah, in it, I play a young comic named Johnny Gagstreet, whose parents were killed by hecklers. And he vows to use his comedy to fight crime in the sin palaces of Las Vegas. So it's kind of and it's got the comedy and the action adventure kind of thing, you know.
And you play Johnny Gagstreet.
Johnny Gagstreet.
Yeah.
Right. That's hence the title Gagstreet.
Yeah, I hope that works out for you.
Again, we got our fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, good for you. Which I think is a great name.
Fabulous.
No, it's a good name, Herb Kurzman.
Well, I hope she just didn't change it when she got into pig racing.
Now, where were we? What were we talking about? News? What are we...
No, we're talking about you... Well,
audition on television shows?
We talked about that already, but what do we see coming in on the plane this morning? James Bond, View to a Kill.
Oh.
Come on, what's Roger Moore, 71 now, this guy? I know they're looking for a younger, hipper Bond, Buddy Upson, very close to the role. I mean, do women still buy this? Come on, I mean, how come, do men really feel they need a fur-lined iceberg that's really a secret submarine to impress them? I mean, it's kind of dated. I'm going back tonight, and Oh, Rambo again. I saw it the last time.
I still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, my favorite line in the film is when Stallone says, or rather Rambo says, you know, it's funny, when you see acting that good, you tend to think the character is the person. Yeah.
It's seamless.
Yeah, you tend to think it's one and the same.
Yeah.
It's where Rambo says, the mind is the most dangerous weapon. Is that right, Rambo? Well, you better take a couple of these rocket launchers with you, pal, and maybe a couple of Bell helicopters, a few M16s. You're going to be walking around now with a .22 caliber head. They're doing Rocky IV, and surprisingly,
it's almost out.
Stallone is going to play a fighter in this one. Oh, stretch that acting instrument to the limit, huh? But you know what's interesting, though? I think, see, performers like Stallone, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, they've opened up the acting profession to a lot of people who couldn't get into it before when speech was a major requirement. Now, any cave dweller that can wield a tire iron in a public saloon is now a potential Academy Award candidate. You know, I think that's a good thing.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was here about a month ago. He was a very nice guy.
Oh, he is a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
I worked with him
and he's marrying a lovely woman, this Maria Shriver on CBS Morning News.
Yes.
Yeah, she's terrific.
marrying her on the Morning News?
No, she's co-host of the Morning News.
Oh, I see. And they've just fit the marriage in, I guess, between the...
That's right,
I guess
Jay,
today's
that's right.
working couples, really, you have to make time where you can.
So now,
We were supposed to go out to eat last night, and of course...
Last night?
I mean, last time I was here.
That's right. Well, it didn't work out, I'm sorry.
No, you know who I went out with? Went out with Seinfeld.
Don't do that noise again. What is that?
No,
Let me hear it again.
that's my face. You know Jerry Seinfeld.
Do the noise again.
No, that was the noise again.
Now, what is that? What does that noise signify? What are we talking about?
That signifies disgust.
Discuss.
That's what it is.
All right. One more time.
Well, Seinfeld.
No, let me hear it again.
No, I'm not going to do it again. No, I refuse to do it again. No.
All right, you and Jerry Seinfeld, very funny comedian.
Very funny comedian, but king of the yuppies. You know, it's true. You know, Jerry, he can't. I want to go for burgers and fries. He takes me to this stupid Japanese theme restaurant. Mm-hmm. You know, those ones where the guys cut the meat for you.
They cook at your table and stuff?
Yeah. You feel like a prisoner in some bad World War II film. You know, another piece of steak, Yankee, bing. Then they bring out the guy with the two knives. You ever see this guy? I mean, he's sitting there, he's bouncing my meat off the two air conditioning jobs. When I saw a piece of my tenderloin ricochet off the urinal, that's it, pal. I'm out of there. I'm walking. Now,
It
Lewis
sounds like
is
you
on
had a
tomorrow
prime
night,
table.
Lewis?
Yeah, Richard Lewis will be here.
You know, I love Richard.
Yeah.
Now, Richard is the funniest man. We have to do something about this. Oh, come on. Lewis always shows up in those Shelley Winters moo-moos.
Yeah, I know. He's very hip, very hip,
Where did he
stylish.
get,
I don't know where he gets this
know.
stuff.
Let's see what he wears tomorrow night.
All right.
He bought this black jacket with fringe. He'll probably wear it.
All right. What are we doing here? Do we have time for... Oh, we don't have time for a What's Your Beef? You got a real quick What's Your Beef?
Well,
We're
no,
later.
I don't have... Somebody asked me,
Quick?
what are you doing on the 29th?
Oh, stop it with these plugs. Are you just going to
These
plug
are
something
not
now?
plugs. I'm just going to show you that I was going to be at the Academy of Music
Okay,
in
that's
Philly
enough.
and,
That's enough.
Sacramento, the 27th.
Okay, we'll be back. Thank you very much. My next guest is the chairman and editor-in-chief of Forbes magazine. His net worth is estimated at between $200 and $600 million. Malcolm Forbes. Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here, sir. That's fun to say. $200 to $600 million.
Well, I'll tell you what it does for you. You described me earlier as being eccentric, David. If I didn't have that much money, I'd have been called crazy.
Yeah, I think that makes a difference. Do people that are
Phase
really
one.
wealthy, do you find...
Ready, three.
Is this thing working or what? What's going on?
Sure, they love. They don't suspect a thing. There's no problem.
You're kidding. I don't believe it.
You shall enjoy it. Here, I'll show you. Carl, give me an audience shot. Take you a shot. Look at that. They love it. They love it. Okay. See what I mean? Don't worry about a thing. Go stretch. Have a drink. Anything you like. And take the walkie with you.
Oh, okay,
If you
great.
need me in an emergency, just get me on that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Great. Thanks.
Have a good time.
Thanks. I'll try to relax.
Okay, ready, straight.
Thanks a lot, Hal.
Okay.
And thanks to you too, Pete.
Right. Dave, we're kind of
Cheryl,
busy
thank
here
you very
now.
much.
Okay, ready, three.
Carl,
Take
thanks
three.
to you too.
Take
Kevin, thank you as always.
How did you accumulate all of this money?
My father died.
But you've done...
Hi, Dave. How's it working?
It seems like it's going pretty well so far, but I got to tell you, I'm a little skeptical. But are you sure this thing is legal?
Oh, sure. I couldn't believe it when I heard you did a show every night. Heck, nobody does that anymore. You're going to burn yourself out.
Really?
Oh, sure. My show's on right now, in fact. You want to see it?
Oh, yeah.
Here, let me show you.
All right.
Bill, I have a question I'd like to ask the General. I'd like to know why, with all the internal problems we have in America, unemployment and the farm problem
See what I mean?
and everything.
And nobody notices
you think
that?
we should jump up and get...
Not yet.
That's unbelievable. Excuse me a second. Yeah, Hal, go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, it's okay. Take 3. Just a false alarm. Thought we had a problem, but everything seems to be fine now. A few seconds ago, the head fell off one of the mannequins, but the one is so buoyant. They're having a great time. Don't worry about a thing.
Okay, Hal, thanks. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
See, I told you.
Oh, brother, that's close.
I'm going downstairs to do some shoe shopping. You want to come with me?
Yeah, what the heck?
I want to get some of those flat, soft shoes. What do you call them? The,
jazz shoes.
Jazz, yeah, jazz shoes.
Well, maybe I'll get a pair for myself. Yeah, that'd be great.
Notre Dame's had a good year. IU isn't doing that.
No, they got off to a great start. You know, they went undefeated for, I guess, about 3 games, and then they ran into Ohio State. But
Didn't answer, we wouldn't print anything.
right. All right, I want to ask you about surprises on the list. Any surprises or people that we might enjoy hearing about? Let me do a commercial here, and we'll be right back. Malcolm Forbes and I will continue. Folks, television series on another network. It's about a middle-aged man who chases lowlives for the asking. It's called The Equalizer. Please welcome Edward Woodward.
Hi, Edward. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Have a seat, sir. Thank you.
Everybody...
He's never watched it.
He's not seen the show.
No,
I must admit, I've not seen the show.
Well, there we
Now, wait a minute. Oh,
You need
please.
equalizing now, don't you? You really do.
But, you know, everybody on our staff has been talking about this program. Explain to me and to other people who may not be familiar with the format what it is you do here.
Well, he's a sort of Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and helps people who can't help themselves,
Yeah.
or who can't be helped by any other agency.
Uh-huh.
And I do it.
And you do it, you do it for, what, just the fun of it?
Short, fat, and glasses, I do it. I go out there.
Yeah. And you get paid for this?
Yes.
And how much do you get paid for?
About tuppence. In the old money.
What's tuppence?
It's about, it's quite well.
No, I mean, the Equalizer. I thought the Equalizer...
Oh, you mean me? I mean the Equalizer. He gets paid. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we know you get paid for it.
He hasn't really.
He does it just for the fun of roughing
he
up
doesn't
punks.
know. He's got money because he's very
Yeah,
well off.
yeah.
He's got a most marvellous apartment, you know, and he's got a great car.
Yeah.
British car. Very great car. But he doesn't seem... Thank you very much. 2 of them up there.
Now the show starts out, or maybe it doesn't start out, but there's an ad it takes place here in New York.
That's right.
Got a problem, odds against you, call the Equalizer.
That's correct.
And it gives a phone number.
You're not going to call it, are you?
555-4200. 5544.
That's
now what
fine.
happens when you call it?
I don't know. I've never called it because I'm usually there, you see.
Well, that's right. Yeah. But now this is one of those phone numbers, I think, when they want a phony phone number, they use the 3 5s in the front. So
He's going to try.
Get a brand new phone. Now, can they hear this?
No.
They can hear it now.
They won't hear that.
They won't hear it. All right, well, we'll see what happens. 555. Got a problem? Odds against you? Call the Equalizer. Hello? Yep, calling the Equalizer. Yes, ma'am, my name is David Letterman. I'm on television right now. Can I put your voice on the air, please? Come on, play along. I'm sorry, what? Oh, no, we'll send you a blender. It'll be great. Please, I just want to talk to you for 1 second. I need to ask you a question about this phone number. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Do you have any messages for the Equalizer? Hello? What have I reached here? Oh, New York City information. And we can't put you on the air? Okay, thank you very much. You too.
A master of disguise, my voice.
Send the equalizer after her. We'll find out who that is. So
You
that's
actually, what did you get then?
New York City information.
Oh, well, that's it, yes.
Yeah.
They usually put anybody through.
Yeah.
They usually do, but they obviously don't really care about you.
Now, what did you do before the equalizer? You mentioned you were in Breaker Morant.
Yeah.
And you've done Shakespeare?
Oh, lots of Shakespeare.
Yeah, now what happens if you're doing Shakespeare and in the middle of it, because you have to memorize, commit to memory, huge volumes of dialogue, conversation, soliloquy.
Strangely enough, you see, the difficulty with Shakespeare is that there's a meter, a constant meter, and you would think, most actors, they find that very easy. I find it very difficult, very difficult. So if I dry in Shakespeare, which I have done.
What do you mean dry?
Dry, stop, forget lines.
Just everything
They
goes
go,
blank,
yeah. Most other actors can't make it up, but in some strange way I can. Most other actors never dry, but I do, you see, so I've had to learn how to make it up.
All right, now
So,
how would this sound? How do we do this?
Well, there was a classic occasion at Stratford-on-Avon, in the beginning of the season, some years ago, when I was playing Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet. And Mercutio has this great fight with Romeo. And he comes onto the stage, and I was dressed from head to toe in red hair, red doublet, red tights, red boots, you know. Great flashy character, and came straight on the stage. And this enormous fight begins, 75 people on the stage, fighting for about 15 minutes. Most magnificently directed fight I've ever seen. And I came on the stage, and I was supposed to say, "Tybalt, you rat catcher." And Tybalt says, "Ah!" Just like that. "Ah!" he says. I mean, that was very difficult to learn. The "ah." And then I'm supposed to say, and I can't remember the line to this day, what I'm supposed to say. But I looked at him and I said, "Sir, upon this blade, thy gut upon this poignard here, I'll turn and twist and turn and twist, and to thy throat will take thy very worm from in the intestine there, and thrust it through thy teeth. Sir, come toot."
Yeah.
And he,
Did anything happen then?
Yeah, he was a very good actor, and he did. He came toot. No, well, what happened was that the 70 people disappeared.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
They just left the stage.
Yes,
Yeah,
leaving pools.
Yeah, maybe it's time for lunch or
yes,
something.
yes.
Yeah. And you also imitate instruments with your mouth. Musical instruments, right?
With my mouth, definitely, yes.
Trumpets?
Yes. Yes, I
help
definitely
us.
do it. My name may be a boo, but I do it with my mouth.
Now, we have just 1 minute left, Edward. Can you do like a, what do? You do the trumpet?
I do the trumpet.
All right. Oh, did you run through a couple, of course?
We'll run through a
Yeah.
couple of... Well, there's this kind of trumpet. There's different kinds of trumpets, as you know. There's this kind of trumpet. And if you hold that, well, that's just a little snippet. Can you just hold that for just a second?
Let me get the spit out of it first.
Oh, yes, yes. That's an integral part of a trumpet.
Okay.
Here is a little touch, just a soupçon, French for a little bit, of harmonica.
All right.
This is a silly program, really, this, isn't it? I mean, I really shouldn't be doing this. You know,
No, what do you mean? No, you
well, it's
shouldn't be.
against the image, isn't it, really?
No.
I mean, I don't usually do this to
Are you
these...
enjoying yourself?
Yeah, very much.
That's
I
all
could
that
go on
counts.
forever.
All right.
No spit.
Yeah. Very nice.
Silly.
We got to listen, Edward. I don't want to rush you along, but we must hurry because we have pig races scheduled. The Equalizer's doing all right?
Happily, yes.
Oh, good, good. Well,
Yes.
come back and see us, and I hope you're around for a long time.
Thank you, sir.
Nice meeting you, Edward.
Thank
Thanks
you
for being here.
Here we are. We're out here in the hallway just outside our studio, and this could be a first on network television. My next guest is a farmer from Collins, Ohio, and for the past 4 years, her pigs have placed first in the Buckeye Pig Race at the Ohio State Fair. Please say hello to Judy Herbkurzman. Hi, Judy. How are you?
Fine.
You have a great last name.
That's right.
Herbkurzman. It's fun to say, isn't it?
Sure is.
What was your maiden name?
Wyland.
Wyland. No, Herbkurzman is better.
That's right.
Herbkurzman.
Got a little ring to it.
All right, now, you raise racing pigs.
That's right.
Is racing pigs a big sport in Ohio?
It's getting bigger all the time.
Is it really?
It sure is.
The sport of kings.
That's right.
Yeah. And how old are the pigs we have today?
They're about 8 weeks old. These are my
These are tiny pigs.
These are preschoolers.
Yeah. And what is the distance they're going to come down here?
Oh, they're running probably about 75 feet.
75 feet. And what would be a good time for 75 feet?
75 feet, about 5-6 seconds.
5-6 seconds. Is there an established record for a distance for pig
50
racing?
feet, 2.7 seconds. That's the record at the Ohio State Fair.
A pig can run 50 feet in 2.7 seconds?
That's the record at the Ohio State Fair.
That's a pretty quick pig, isn't it?
Speedy Pagalis.
Speedy Pagalis is the pig's name.
Last year. That's Amy's pig.
Now, Amy is your daughter? Okay. And wagering, do people bet on these things?
Just behind the back.
But a lot of money, do you think, or not so much?
Not too much.
All right. And how do you train them to race? What is the incentive for them to run down here?
Right on the floor there. That's slop.
All right. That's a pig slop.
Right.
Oh, boy. Makes me want to run.
Makes you want to run too, don't it?
And what is that? That's cornmeal and
corn,
jello and what else is in there?
Cornmeal. Soybean meal.
Soybean,
It's all ground up. Throw some milk replacer in it. Mix it all together.
Milk replacer?
Yeah.
What is milk replacer?
It's dry milk. Just add it. Powdered milk, just like you buy.
Powdered milk, okay. And do the pigs seem to enjoy this?
Love it.
They do love it. Okay, yeah. And there's no special training to go through with them?
Yes. The only place to ever get that is at the end of the runway. That's the only place they're ever fed.
Like Pavlov's thing with the dogs. They're reinforced for running to the slop.
Right.
Okay, we have 3 pigs down there, and what are their names?
Okay, number 1 is Squealing Demon.
Squealing Demon.
Number 2 is Lickety Chops.
Lickety Chops.
Number 3, Blazing Bacon.
Blazing Bacon.
Right.
Which all of these animals are destined to become.
That's right.
Yeah. Are they close to being bacon?
They're quite a ways from it yet.
Oh, okay.
They got another 4 months.
Are we ready? Okay. I'm going to step out of the way. Judy, go ahead and start the race. And good Lord, folks at home, hang on to something.
We hope
racing.
they run.
All right. Yeah, well, I hope they do, too. But, you know, even if they don't, Judy, just the thrill of having them around will be enough.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the way we look at it.
Okay. Unbelievable.
That's a photo finish.
Woo, boy, can you feel the wind after that? It was like gazelle running through the plains. I've never seen speed like that on an animal anywhere. They didn't walk down here.
It's not a boring sport.
No, that's true. Let's, Judy, I think we have it here in slow motion instant replay. Here they come. Oh, my God, look at those pigs go. They were barely able to break the tape. Now, which one won? Number 3 was the one? And what's 3's name again?
That's Blazing Bacon.
Blazing, oh yeah. Hi. Nice job, buddy. Are these
He's
animals?
a favorite.
Are they nice?
Yeah, he ran away the day after I got him.
This is sturdy.
Couldn't
All
catch
right.
him.
All right. Well, stand in your food, stupid.
This isn't a clean sport.
Eats like a pig, for heaven's sakes. I hope you didn't teach him this, did you? God, this guy's into his elbows with slop
They get
there.
into this.
Yeah. Did you fly all the way from Ohio with them?
Right. They're suffering a little jet lag.
Yeah. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much for introducing us to the sport of pig racing. We'll be right back.